Welcome to Beverly Hills Living Podcast, where print meets podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Kahn, and today our featured guest is Natasha Graziano, a top motivational speaker, mindset coach, and author recognized by Forbes as the #1 female motivational speaker under 40. Once a single mother in debt, she transformed her life into a multi-million-dollar success. She created the Meditational Behavioral Synchronicity (MBS) method, blending neuroscience, breathwork, and meditation. Her book, Be It Until You Become It, and her podcast, The Law of Attraction, have inspired millions. Natasha works with celebrities and entrepreneurs to unlock their full potential through tactical manifestation. Of Italian, Lebanese, and Greek Cypriot descent, she now reaches a new milestone, appearing on Beverly Hills Living Podcast. Welcome, Natasha, to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here, Queen.
Thank you so much for being here, Natasha. So I want to start at the very beginning. So I have a quote. Life doesn't wait for us to feel ready. It starts the moment you decide to try. When was the moment you realized that you needed to make a change in your own life, and what was the very first step that you took?
Okay, so for me, it was when I was at rock bottom. It wasn't from a good time. It was from a bad time. It was when I was at my lowest. It was when I was sitting next to my son's bed one day. He was only like 1.5 years old. And I sat with him and he was watching his mom deteriorate. My health had gone. I was in debt, hundreds of thousands. And as he fell asleep that night, I remember watching him and thinking how low my life had got. I didn't want to be here anymore because the illness had hit me in such a tragic way. I didn't know how I would get out. And in that low, suddenly I had this moment of, I can change my life. I was listening to Denzel Washington and his words were like trenching over my body. And I just felt the words piercing my soul. Pain is just temporary. And I started to repeat the affirmation. I started to look in the mirror with tears streaming down my face saying, you are going to get out of this. You're going to heal. You're going to get 1% better every day. And you are going to change your life. Not only for you, but for your son. And I was looking at him thinking, I'm going to stay here for you. I'm going to do this for you. And I recommitted to life. But I knew something else had to change. It wasn't just this affirmation, this word that was going to change my life. I needed to take action. So the very first thing I did was I got my journal out. But I'd been journaling up until then about the disasters of my day, how awful it was, the fact that I was on heart medication, how I was ill, how I was unwell, how I was in debt. So I decided to pause and I decided to redesign a version of me. I decided I was going to become a different avatar. I was going to change who I was at a core level. So I decided, who would Natasha be if she was already healed? Who would Natasha be if she was already rich? If she was already known? If her work in the world, whatever that might be, was impacting people? And suddenly I heard the word, you're going to be a motivational speaker. So I started to write as though I was already the motivational speaker. And I decided I had to be it until I become it, which is why my book is called Be It Till You Become It.
It's amazing.
I changed my words around. I didn't like fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just fake it and become something I wasn't. I wanted to be her in my core. We're not here to be. We're here to become.
So that's the meaning behind manifestation and scripting.
So scripting is the art of writing it down in the past tense. So you write down your goals and dreams as though you've already achieved them. You write them down like they're already yours. You write them down in a way with feeling and effort, like everything has already happened in your life. I became the #1 female motivational speaker. That's what I wrote down. I could barely talk at the time. It didn't matter whether it was true or not. It's whether you believe it.
Yeah.
And I believed it. I believed it into existence. And when you write it down in the past tense, there is science behind this. And you guys can Google it if you don't want to trust what I'm saying. Go Google it. It will tell you all about it. There are citations and studies. I talk all about it in my TED Talk. Go watch my TED Talk. You'll be able to see all the science behind this. When you write down your goals in the past tense, your brain doesn't know whether it is imaginary or it has happened, and it stores it as a memory. Therefore, you are more likely to achieve that goal simply because you wrote it down in the past tense.
That's incredible. What is the first major journal entry that you wrote that you remember that really made an impact, and how did you feel when it became true?
My biggest journal impact was scripting in the past tense that day. about becoming well, that I became well, that I was healed, that I became an amazing mother to my son, that I was able to walk to school with him without getting out of breath, that I was able to function at a beautiful level, that I was able to inspire millions of people, that I grew my Instagram to millions of followers, that I had a huge impact in the world, that magazines would write about me as the #1 female motivational speaker. Bear in mind, I'd never been on stage at that point. So that for me was the biggest transformation moment with scripting, because I was able to literally redesign my character and be the architect of my life.
That's beyond amazing.
Thank you.
So, Be It Until You Become It is both your book title and life mantra. Can you expand on the core principles of this idea and how it translates into practical steps for individuals seeking to achieve their goals? So, like, really break it down for someone that might be in the same situation as you were.
Yeah. So, be it till you become it is literally as it says. You become the version of you before you get there. Breaking it down into a formula works like this. There are 5 steps of manifesting, of achieving your goals. Number 1, get clarity of your vision. You have to know exactly what it is you want to achieve. When I ask somebody, many of my clients, they sit down with me, hey, Natasha, I want to have a passive income. Hey, I want to meet love. Okay, tell me about that love. Oh, I don't know. You don't have clarity of your vision. I want to be a millionaire. How do you want to make money? I don't know. You don't have clarity of your vision. To be terrific, you got to be specific. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to first know how you're going to make the money. You don't have to know every single detail, but you have to know, I'm going to build a passive income. I'm going to have multiple streams of income. I'm going to build a coaching business. And then I'm going to get really known online, because then people will want to buy from me. If you build your platform, then inject your brand, people will come and buy from you. Teach people to build passive income all day long. Do it in my sleep. I have a whole course for it. I literally sell the course passively while I sleep.
I can imagine.
And growing. So that's step 1. Step 2, remove the limiting beliefs. Get out your own way. Remove the blocks and the limiting beliefs. You have so many beliefs built up inside of you when you're a kid that you don't even know about. You don't need them anymore. You got to let go of them. Things that do not serve you, you got to let go of. So you release the limiting beliefs. Release the things that don't serve you, such as, I don't feel worthy of being rich. I don't feel worthy of love. I don't feel worthy of, and then you continue in that way. Where are the things really deep down that you need to let go of? Number 3, you replace those old limiting beliefs with new positive affirmations about yourself. So it's the exact opposite of what you wrote. If you wrote, I don't feel worthy, now I am worthy of money. I am worthy of building a huge coaching business. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy of that. And you write down, you get so crystal clear on everything you want. But you write it as an affirmation. So imagine standing in front of a mirror now, reading these affirmations every day. I'm empowered. I'm inspiring. I am motivated. I am motivating. Everything I touch turns to gold. This is mirror work. And there's Harvard studies that have proven if you do this for 6 months, 3 times a day, you say your affirmation in the mirror 3 times a day with feeling and purpose, you actually become that thing, confident. Right. You become it because you're embedding it into your brain, and there's parts of your brain that build it's neuroplasticity, basically. As you deepen the divots in the brain, the neural pathways as such, you create a stronger feeling towards a particular thing, like being confident or making money. I make money easy. I make money easily. Now your brain starts to know you make money easy, and this is how it works. So that's step 3. And then step 4 is expand your vision. So you have to go out there and expand your vision now. How do you expand it? If you want to find love, you don't go around single people and go get fucked up. You go around couples who are in love and happy, because you also want to be happy in love. So watch Christmas movies in the middle of July. I don't care. That's what I do. When I want to find love, I'm like, yep, I'm going to get into that feeling of love, and I'm going to go watch loving things. I'm going to be around couples who are happy because it's making me know I can have that too. You no longer look at things and go, oh, why not me? No, you look at things and go, if they can do it, I can do it. It's just a sign to your brain that you can do it. Surround yourself in that energy. Listen to podcasts like this. Listen to my podcast that inspires you in the law of attraction. Listen to things that inspire you so that you know you can expand that vision of what you want to become. What are you ingesting? Are you ingesting shite? Or are you ingesting positive, affirmative behavior, positive, affirmative words and things that are going to help you build a new behavioral system, which will build a new character? And then number 5 is take inspired action. Go out there every single day and take inspired action, which means when you feel to do something, do it towards your goal. Just take the action every single day. 1% better every single day. 1% more every single day. That's it. Don't try and go to the full 100%. Don't try and go and write the whole book in one day, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. I think it was built in 3. I'm not sure, but I have no idea about that. But the point is, go and take your time. Go and put effort in, but you've got to do something every day.
Okay, I cannot imagine you at your lowest point, at your hardest times, not being this way. This is something that was just innate and built within you. So, I mean, I can't imagine you not being this. This is like what you were born to do.
Absolutely.
This is like a God-given gift.
Which is why when you lose your sparkle, for someone like me in particular, you feel
devastated.
But even for anyone losing their sparkle, when you lose that sparkle, that part of you that glows and shines, you don't feel alive. You feel dead.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest part, I would say. So I'm every day, just the most important thing is gratitude. I am so deeply grateful for my gifts and that I have this innate ability, which I now teach people, by the way. Yep, I have bottled it and now I sell it. I show you how to have the confidence I have, how to learn to speak on stage and have your amazing voice and your amazing mission. My client came to me the other day, incredible client. She came to me and she went on stage. She said, Natasha, I'm going on stage to 30,000 people in the M.A.M arena in Vegas. I said, right. Have you ever spoken before? She's like, not really. 200 people. I'm like, holy mouse farm. You're going to go from 200 people to 30,000. Girl, we got to do some sessions. When I tell you how she came in to how she went out on that stage was so different. She transformed. I love teaching people those skills. To see them glow and shine, have the audience cheering their name, to have the audience going wild as though it's me on stage.
But you know what I love about you is whether you're sitting in front of 30,000 people or in front of one person, you're the same energy.
100%. The only difference is when I'm on stage, you think my voice is loud now? Imagine this cranked up. This is a 3.
Oh my gosh.
I go to a 10. Mics have broken before, not because of me, because I just, for whatever reason, had to fuck up like the AV. I'm like, don't worry, guys, I'm just going to do it. Just come a bit forwards. Literally,
nothing stops you.
Penetrate. No, babe, I'm very driven. Like Capricorn, and not just a Capricorn. It's just my character. It's just who I am. I'm very driven. If I want something, I do it. Like when I want a man, 2 of them have been on this show, and I married both.
Are you serious? On this exact show?
Wait. I didn't marry the second one. I had a baby with him. But the first, not on this show, on my show. So like, I literally just decide.
But here in the studio.
In the studio, I was like, I want you.
There's some magic in the air here at Studio Place.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I just when I want something, I want it, and it's mine. That's just how
you already know that it's going to be yours.
100%. And like when I went and got my house, for example, there was 6 groups of people going for the same house, and a big open
You're like,
house.
Go home, everyone.
And they were all older, really well-to-do couples. And I thought, oh, of course, there's no fucking way they're going to choose the young, outrageous, comes in a bright orange Range Rover that's been painted by some artist that looks like graffiti. Like, they're not, why would they choose this batshit crazy, what I look like on the outside? But they don't know who I am at my core. They just, people assume. So I walked in and I was like, oh my God, this is mine. And I was the first one in and the last one out. And I knew, I said, it doesn't matter how, some of these people are, who they are, I just went, I know this is mine. And I'm sure some of their bank balances were like ridiculous, but I still knew it was mine. Like, that's it. And then there and behold, I moved in 3 weeks later.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So this reminds me of a complete twist now of a question, but so you've worked with various high profile individuals, from celebrities to 9 to 10 figures entrepreneurs. But what common challenges do you see even the most highly successful people face when it comes to mindset and unlocking their full potential?
Everybody faces the same thing. It's a lack of purpose. So whether they are super wealthy or not wealthy, the common theme is a lack of confidence and purpose. So they have an amazing career, but they don't show up and love it. They just build shit, but they don't love what they're doing and who they are. So I always say connect philanthropy to your business, or work with people who are super inspirational so that you can live your dream with them. Like everybody in my team around me, and I'm just going to tell you about this quickly because it's interesting. I tell them, you guys may feel you're just my social media editor. You're just my social media manager. You're just my whatever it is in my business. I mean, there's so many different things. My podcast manager, my funnels manager, whatever it is. You may think that you are just something. You are never just something. You are the reason I can show up at the level I show up to 22 million people every single day. The reason that I'm able to go on stage to tens of thousands of people, the reason that I'm able to have a podcast that has 150 million views, the reason that I'm able to show up as Natasha Graziano is because of you guys. It takes a village. So you're never just anything. Whether you're a mom, you're not just a mom. You're being the most amazing mom to your children, raising them to go out in the world. You are doing something incredible. So connect your purpose to what you are doing. When I coach these entrepreneurs, we always find their purpose and they go out feeling so empowered. They're like, oh my gosh, I know what I'm here for. I know what I can use my $1 billion bank account for. I know what I can put my next $50 million investment into. I know what I can, etc. Because they now have purpose.
And you see so many problems with these high-profile celebrities and influential figures, and they're not happy, and they're going into rehab and all of this stuff. And you wonder, how can you not be happy when you have so much money? But there you go. They don't have purpose.
Don't have purpose. Money does make you happy. I don't care when somebody says, money doesn't make you happy. Money's evil. No, babes. How can paper be evil? What? You're telling me a bit of paper? Well, are you kidding? It's just paper. It's just another thing. And then it's energy if you go even deeper than that. Money does make you happy. Let me tell you, I would rather cry in my mansion in Bel Air than cry in that one bed government housing estate with my kids. I would rather be in my mansion. However, money doesn't have to be your guiding torch. Your guiding torch, your North Star should be, who am I serving today? Who am I helping today? Who am I inspiring with my work? Who am I adding value to with my work? And the offset of that is I'm so good at building businesses. I'm so good at helping people solve a problem like Amazon. I get to sit back and enjoy the abundance of what I've created. Like I want to make X amount in passive income because I like to be able to work and travel and be with my kids all the time and be wherever I want. That's the reason for it. So what's your why? So the reason a lot of celebrities aren't happy is because they have empty fame. So they're super known, but they don't actually have any real purpose behind it. They're like a performing monkey. It's just for everybody else, but they don't have their purpose, which is why my fame I am so grateful for, because it's for something I'm good at, which I love to do every day.
It must be so fulfilling. What is a particular client that stands out most to you?
A client who comes in ready to start a business, and I have many of them. A lot of amazing females. I coach both men and women, but a lot of, I can think of a type of client who's recently come to me, many over the years of this exact nature. They have had kids or they haven't, but they're ready for a second chapter in their life and they want to go and build a whole business. They don't know how to do it. And watching them at the end literally be this huge person online. They were nothing to start. And now I watch them and I'm like, wow, you have stage presence, you speak on stages, you're on podcasts, you've got your own book, you've got your own podcast, you're on massive shows, you're on big publications. I do all this for my clients. I do everything. When my student comes in, we mindset coach them. We do subconscious reprogramming with them. I take them through a whole series of steps to grow their name online, physically a done for you service, which I love, because seeing the result and watching them and being like, oh my God, you're such a star. Like you and your brand are making money. You've got thousands of eyeballs on you. That is my dream client, helping them get the eyeballs they want. Sometimes they're seasoned entrepreneurs. Sometimes they've got a really big business. I can think of one recently, a lip gloss business that I look after. They make a ton of money, but they had no presence online. They made everything from ads. They wanted some presence. And all of a sudden, celebrities start reaching out. Celebrities start working with them, big campaigns. And now they look like a L'Oreal. And I'm like, they'll probably be bought by L'Oreal.
It's all because of you.
Well,
It's all because of you.
it's because of them. I'm the help. I help them to get their name to grow, you know? I feel like we each have a gift. And mine is to help inspire others, to inspire their community,
Right.
to go and grow their name. But if you have an amazing gift and you don't bother to invest in yourself and you hold it, do you know what it is? And you don't get it out there in the world, that is the world's best kept secret. You don't want the world's best kept secret? You've got a gift you're meant to share with the world. You're not doing a justice for you or anybody else if you don't get your gift and message and brand out there.
Right. Well, talking about world's best kept secret, what's something that people don't know about you that like is a hidden talent or?
Great question. I play the piano.
You do? Oh, that's beautiful.
I did all my grades. I love it. If you have one here, I'd play it for you.
Gosh, I wish we did.
Yeah, I play classical music. I read, started at age 4 reading music and played the piano from 4. I hated it. Told my mom I didn't want to do it, but I did it and committed to it. And I now I play the piano and I play a lot of Italian composers like Ludovico Einaudi. He was very famous, and I knew him when I was 12 years old. I came across his beautiful compositions and I played them on the piano, and nobody knew. And all of a sudden, 10 years later, they are in the biggest movies. So I knew him and played him moons before everybody else.
Wow. Do you know Puccini? Is he Italian?
Yes.
Nessun Dorma.
Yeah.
And your kids, they must be.
My children are an 8-year age gap. And I've got a son and a daughter, and she's so cute. She's a tiny little baby.
Is she a mini you?
She will be, yeah. She's very out there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She's just so cute. She's nearly walking.
Okay, so she's very young.
Oh yeah, she's 10 months.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so and then you have an 8-year-old. So your 8-year-old, he must be full of self-confidence and ready to take on the world.
Yes, but he's still has his challenges with confidence. He's very confident, like he's the popular kid in school. He's very good looking. So all the girls are like, oh my God, Rio. And I'm like, of course I made a kid like that. But he also has his own confidence challenges. So we work through those. And actually a really good thing that I do for kids, anyone who has kids, this will help. I take Post-it notes and I stick them on his door all the time with little messages. Good luck in your test. You are amazing. I love you so much. And he'll just read them.
That's so precious. It's funny that it's just so funny. Like they say the shoemaker's kids go without shoes. Like as a photographer, I can barely get photos of my own kids. And you say, and I know your son is gorgeous and confident, but my little one, I'm quite reserved and more on the shy end. My older one is, hello everyone, good morning at school, walks into the room, I am here. And
that's amazing.
So not blasé as a child, you don't know to be blasé, but just uber confident. And I always say, where does this come from? I don't know where this comes from because it's not from me.
That's so beautiful. I love that.
So
it's
cute.
Definitely in them. No, yeah, it's our children are they're extensions of us. I love being a mom, and I take my kids everywhere, or I bring my work to me at home. That's
so beautiful. I know being a mother is the greatest gift, but also just the constant worry, and I can't.
Girl, I know. I travel all the time, so I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
It's the hardest, like having to travel and like leave them and go and do, go on stage, and then sometimes I 4 different cities in a week.
Wow.
I have to time stuff so that I don't leave them for too long, because I definitely feel the guilt complex of being a mom, but you have to learn to balance it, and I teach women that how to balance work and home and do it, and I'm a single mom, so I do this solo.
You know what song I'm obsessed with? It's that Pitbull remix with Dolly Parton, where it's the 9 to 5, and she talks about all this, but it's a remix. You have to listen, and it's just to all the single moms out there, and it's the best rap ever. And
yes.
About
oh my God, I did hear it the other day. I love it too. I'm gonna now go and listen to that.
It's so motivational, and I'm not a single mom, and I have a village, and it's hard with this village.
Wow. I wish I had family here. Don't have family here either.
Oh my God.
Literally just me. It's incredible. Me. And so when people come and they're like, how do I do this? I'm like, sweetie, if I can do it twice as a single mom and run a multi-million-dollar empire and go on tour and be constantly I'm busy working, I'm busy doing everything. If I can do all that, I can teach you to build a business.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Beyond the techniques and strategies, what core messages and underlying philosophy do you hope that every single person takes away from this episode?
I hope everybody realizes today that we are not here to be, we are here to become. That's from Kabbalah, which I love. I wear my red string. It's a beautiful philosophy and it goes a lot with my book, Be It Till You Become It. You are a constant work in progress. We are constantly evolving. You've got to be the version of you that you want to be today. You've got to decide the version of you that you want to become. So I hope today if you take anything away, just one thing, that would be amazing. Choose whatever that thing is for you. But I hope that you remember you can be whoever you want to be and you are constantly evolving. Just become them today in your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, and the rest will follow.
Natasha, you're phenomenal. I'm so honored to have gotten the chance to sit with you. I'm so motivated right now to go out there today.
Good.
You know what? Will you do the honors and close?
Yeah.
Because who better?
Of course, it'd be my pleasure. Wow, guys, I'm going to get the honor to close this amazing podcast of this absolute queen. We love the publication, Beverly Hills Living. If you guys don't have a copy of the magazine, make sure you hit the link in the show notes and get yourself a copy. The August edition is amazing, and there are so many editions, which I personally love myself. If you've enjoyed today's show, make sure you share this with a friend. There's somebody whose life you can change today with this message. There is somebody who I know needs this. You know needs this. Yep, that person who just came to your mind, send it to them. Maybe send it to a second person. Sharing is caring. When you share, you receive. That's what life is about. Be it until you become it. Become the version of you want to become. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast finally so you get these episodes right to you every single week. I'm Natasha Graziano, and this is your host, Ashley. We love you. We'll see you again next week.